A second New Orleans home searched by U.S. Marshals in less than 24 hours as investigators work to close in on escaped inmate Derek Groves.
Yeah, and that's as the two remaining jail escapees have been on the run for more than 1 month now. WDS reporter Shay O'Connor explains that law enforcement searched a house to see if Groves has been in contact with his family. Shay?
Derek Groves, convicted murder. This not his first time escaping, but this will probably be his last, because some say he will never be caught. I want you to understand, when you're in these type of situations, it's not only you that suffer, but it's the family, the constant harassment of your family.
Good evening to you, Stella and Judy. Family members tell me they just don't want these visits to escalate in any way. They tell me that they do not know where Derek Groves is. They also described to me what happened after hearing law enforcement knocking on their door earlier this morning.
So when I opened the door, it had like 12 cars. People, marshals out with their guns. This sad.
Jasmine Groves, the aunt of escaped inmate Derek Groves, took this video showing the large police presence around her home.
I told them, babies in the house. I met him at the sidewalk, and one of them with the shield, and the guy got behind him, and they're ready to go in. I said, you. Now this is where I draw the line.
U.S. Marshals say they searched the home with permission and did not make any arrests.
I don't know where he at. I haven't spoke with him. I don't even try to Google my contact.
Convicted killer Derek Groves and Antoine Massie remain on the loose. For the most part, Groves has been largely unspotted since the escape. U.S. Marshals tell WDSU they went to the home to re-interview a close acquaintance of Groves.
Well, I'm not saying that the people today were not honest. They were, actually. But we have had issues in the past where people have blatantly lied to us, and the person's been in the residence or at least nearby.
Marshals say they brought a large police presence in case they found Groves.
No, he haven't tried to contact me. Obviously, y'all don't know. Because, you know what I'm saying? So I'm asking, what is the relevance?
And Groves was convicted of murder last October. As we know, Groves and Massie are still on the loose. $50,000 for information on each. If you do know anything at all, you're being urged to contact Crime Stoppers. Reporting live from OJC, Shay O'Connor, WDSU News.
Suspected of kidnapping and second-degree sexual charge, Antoine Massie seems to be a little more flashier and want to be in the spotlight to try to redeem his name.
My name is Antoine Massie.
After weeks on the run, this may be Antoine Massie's public plea for help.
I'm asking for help from the world, from Meek Mills, Lil Wayne, Young Boy, Donald Trump. I'm asking for these people.
In a now viral video, the man claims to be one of the two escapees still on the run from Orleans Justice Center, more than 2 weeks after 10 inmates broke free.
I'm a good person. I am a father that want to be in my children's life.
He starts by saying his escape wasn't really an escape.
They said that I broke out. I didn't break out. I was let out.
For 9 minutes, he offers excuses, explanations, and declarations of innocence.
That's why I left the jail. And they have a lot more brothers that's innocent, just like me.
He even names a woman recently arrested for allegedly helping him, then denies domestic violence charges filed in Orleans and St. Tammany parishes.
I'm about to show you how the system is corrupted. Okay, she did this, right? Saying all allegations against me is false. And she even saying it, she let them know the truth.
I am not a prosecutor nor a judge, but I was able to speak to FBI prosecutor, and we'll just call her AUSA Jane Doe. And AUSA Jane Doe, without messing up the investigation, tends to think that part of what he's saying is right. He did have help and he was let out, because there's no way 10 inmates can fit down a small hole of a toilet. And when you look at the video, they walk out the door. Now, them being let out of prison does not take away from their crimes of what they were arrested for, because they still have to stand court for that. But she do believe that they were let out, and that's all I can say about that.
Police compliance, which means that police officers must adhere to regulations rules, general orders, and the law. Particularly when it comes down to ethical behavior, when it comes down to making sure you protect people's constitutional rights. Remember, believe it or not, the police officer is supposed to be the gatekeeper of people's constitutional rights. So if anybody that should want to ensure that people's constitutional rights are protected should be the police officer. Now, I'm not suggesting that always happens because we know that doesn't always happen. But in actuality, they are supposed to. And then the other part of compliance is making sure that the citizen comply. So not only are there rules and regulations for the police to be compliant, but as well as citizens. But even if, and this is what's important, Adele, even if the citizen doesn't comply, because in actuality, the citizen is not the professional. He or she didn't go through the academy. He and she normally didn't go through training, the law, and all of these things, but the police. So the onus of being responsible, being compliant, being ethical should always start with the police first.
Well, right now, fellas, you're looking like 100 grand. 50 grand a piece for each inmate at the moment.
So what is the total reward amount now with both of these increases?
It's $50,000 per remaining fugitive with our partners here, a combination of Crime Stoppers, ATF, and the FBI.
I'm in New Orleans. Do not believe the media. The police is working down here like every other police station, and they're doing their job. So shout out to New Orleans and shout out to NOPD.